All right, next is heat map for missing values. Now, we're going to first create, because the housing.df does not have any missing values, so we're going to create some missing values. Okay. Now remember, you don't have, when you do a homework, when I give you a homework with missing values, I already have missing values in there. So you don't have to run the coding missing values. Some of you did that in the previous assignment where had missing values. You did the missing values again. Okay. This part, we're just preparing a data to experiment with. So you don't have to do this in your homework. Okay, so make a note of it. Don't do this in homework. Okay? We're going to just create some missing values, so we will be able to demonstrate this. Okay, so let's call it missing .df. Okay, we'll make a copy of that. So we'll still have the housing df, so it won't get messed up. Okay. So now we're going to create a fairly large number of missing. So remember there are housing, there are 506 observations, 14 variables. So we're going to create 500 times 14, so we have like 5,000, 6,000 data points, right, in this whole data set. We're going to randomly code 500 of them as missing. So we'll take 500 points. So we need, for each point, we need a row and we need a column. Okay, so we need 500 column numbers from 1 to 14, and we have 500 row numbers from 1 to 500, okay, or 1 to 506. Okay, so let's do that. So okay, let's go. Miss Rose is sample. Okay, so 1 to 506, and we want 500 of them replace equal to true. Okay. Oops. Oh yeah. Okay, and then for each of those rows, now we need column, and column has to be between 1 and 14. So there are 14 columns. Well, actually 12, but because, yeah, we'll do, because we are not talking about MED-V and CAT-MED-V, only 1 through 12. So let's do 1 through 12. Okay. 1 through 12, we want 500 of them, okay, and replace equal to true. Okay. Now, so now we have to go through each of these 500 values, okay, and then make them NA, missing. Okay. Well, we're going to do a little bit of coding here. Okay. So this is the for loop. So we're going to go through 1 to 500 one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100. Okay. So first thing we need to do is to create an iterator. So 1 to 500, and then we do for, well, for, okay, I in the iterator. So the value of I will start from the first value in IND. So IND is just a sequence 1, 2, 3, 4 till 500, right? So here, what needs to be done within the for is you go to the missing DF, okay, and so you take the missed rows, okay, the ith row, and then miss calls the ith one, and then set that to NA. Okay. So we have row number, column number, right? So it's going to, I is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's going to pick out the row number and then the column number, and it's going to zoom to that particular location, change that value into NA. Okay. So then, and then let's do call sums, right? Is NA missing.df. That will tell us how many missing are there in each column. Okay. So it's not going to be exactly 500 because since we're replaced, there may have been a combination that is a repeat. So in which case you may not, may not have all 500. Okay. Now all of this is just to create a data set that we can use for our heat map. Okay. Remember, once again, you don't have to do this in your homework. Okay. This is just for us to have a data set that contains missing values.